these tension discs, at least on this machine, I find it surprising why, if I put the tension to 0, this is 0, the right tension disc is free to move, there is no tension. Let's try to increase the tension. So this is the mark where you just know what the tension is. Let's put it to 1. And let's see if the right tension disc has some tension in it. None. There is no tension at all. You can even see it moving in there. And the other are exactly the same. If I put it to 1, it's loose. I don't know why it's like this. Maybe if you have a huge thick thread, maybe it's going to, you know, push the plates away from each other and create some tension. But other than that, for normal threads, even if you place it there at tension 1, it's going to have absolutely 0 tension, in my opinion. Let's move it to 2. Now it's tension 2. Do you think the right plate starts to having some tension on it? None. You can see it moving in there. So even if I put maybe you don't believe me, let's try with this one, because it has the thread on it, right? So, well, actually has the thread on it. So even at 2, I have no tension. I don't think this machine is broken or anything, but it's loose. But 2, all of them. Let's try 3 then. Then we have a little bit of tension, but really little bit, like tiny tension. I'm not sure if it's useful. If I would put it between 2 and 3, I would say this is loose to me. There's no tension whatsoever. At 3, I may have a tiny bit of tension, tiny, but look how easy I can just kick it and it's moving. So it's, I wouldn't call that a tension. Maybe if I would move to 4, then yes, then there is some tension in there. It's not strong. Let's try 3.5, between 3 and 4. Yes, there is a bit of tension. This is what I would call tension. Starts being some tension in there, a little bit. Of course, if you go furthermore, it's going to be different now. Yes, there is some tension, but it's not strong, I can tell you. It's not, perhaps it doesn't need to be strong, but all this to say that from 1 to 3, in my opinion, for normal thickness threads, there's basically no tension in there. So if you are sewing and you think your maybe zigzag or straight stitch sewing machine, you use 2, 3, 1 or so, if you leave it at 2, you will have no tension. One of the things that happens when there is no tension in the threads, the threads will start like twisting. It depends on the quality too. The thread may start twisting here around, forms a small loop, and that loop may hook on something that shouldn't be hooking, and you get a broken thread. That's just one of the things that may happen. So all this to say that maybe I'm not sure if all the machines are different. This is the model for this brother, but at least on this machine, be careful with the tension. If you want to have at least a little bit of tension when you do your stitching.